Rec League Podcast. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your family, tell your haters. Available on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Radio Public, Podchaser, Good Pods, Pocket Cast, Breaker, and Stitcher. At Rec League Podcast on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. At Rec League Pod on Twitter. Episode 84. Available now. Yo, whether you watching this from Facebook, Twitter, click the link in my Instagram or YouTube itself. What up, world? So, I just watched The Bad Guys, the new release from DreamWorks Animation, starring the voices of Sam Rockwell, Mark Maron, Awkwafina, Anthony Ramos, Craig Robinson, Richard Ayoade, Zazie Beetz, Alex Borstein, and somebody else that I'm losing track of. It is directed by Pierre. I hope I said his name right. This is the first movie he's ever done. So it's like all the like fairy tale villains. You got a gang. They're called the bad guys. That they rob banks. They're criminals. You got the wolf, the big bad wolf. You got a piranha. You got a spider. You got a shark. You got a snake. Wherever they go, like civilians are up against the wall, terrified. Like everybody gets out of their way because they're scared. They cook up these jobs. There's a new governor who kind of calls them out. They take it as a challenge. They get put in a situation where their sentence is to be trained to be good. And little does anybody else know that that's the job, is to convince everybody they're good so they can finish the original job they got busted for. And this is another movie, like, I had no idea this was like a children's book series, but just the idea that when this was announced, when I had heard this was coming, I think this was originally supposed to come out last fall. So DreamWorks kind of like likes to put animated movies at like the end of September. But I don't know, man. You know how production goes. Like, delays happen. Like, Spider-Verse just got delayed. I don't like it, but between effects, voice acting, recording, or animation, you never know why a movie gets pushed back. But this is out now, and it was great. It was great. The voice casting is perfect. Sam Rockwell is perfect as the wolf. Mark Maron is unrecognizable. Like, I know, like, Mark Maron to me is like Glow on Netflix, Joker, and he sounds like he's like acting, you know what I mean? Like, he tweaked his voice. Awkwafina is good. Craig Robinson steals a few scenes. Richard Ayoade plays like this guinea pig who's like recognized as like the most genuinely good person in town. He was good. Zazie Beetz is kind of perfect as this governor. Like, her voice just fit that character. And all of these voices are so good, it never hits me like this is this actor. Cause I'm like, this is this character. And the writing and the humor it works, it plays, it's funny. The animation pops. Like, it doesn't have that typical DreamWorks animation. Like, it doesn't look the same as like Captain Underpants, Puss in Boots. There's an anime kind of tweak to the illustration. And it works. Like, everything about this movie works. And again, like, but I'm thinking you could, like, Monsters vs. Aliens. You're taking this group of characters, 50s, 60s, whatever, like, obscure, like, B-movie villains to battle aliens, and you have, like, this group of, like, fairy tale villains, snakes, tarantulas, whatever the spider is, big bad wolf, and they're doing, like, heroic stuff. Like, there are similarities between the two. If they make this a franchise, I hope they stick to the books. If you watched my Nick Cage movie, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent review, The Bad Guys is also in my top 3 favorite movies of this year. But with that said, I think in my head I've given like movies that I've really loved this year like a half star more than they might have deserved. So there's that. But I'm sticking to my guns, man. And with all that being said, in my opinion, I will say that The Bad Guys is almost dope as fuck. Have you seen The Bad Guys? What'd you think about it? Positive, negative, somewhere in between? Let me know. Like I said, I just posted a review for The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Last weekend, I watched and reviewed Fantastic Beasts, The Secrets of Dumbledore, Father Stu, and Everything Everywhere All at Once. The weekend before that was, I want to say, Ambulance and Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Check those out, man. Next weekend, I kind of sort of might maybe watch and review Memory, the new Liam Neeson action movie who retired from action movies like 5 years ago, directed by Martin Campbell, who's always solid at worst. And 2 weeks from now, we're in May. Summer movie season, baby. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. One of my top 3 most anticipated movies this year. Rec League Podcast, episode 84 is live, YouTube. Like I said at the very top, wherever you can get a podcast, you can probably find us. We talked Michael Bay, everything from Bad Boys to Ambulance, man. Check that out, man. Like, subscribe, comment. Find me where you find me, man. Don't know where to find me. Watch these credits. Peace.